This is the afterthought to the story of Empire Entertainment. And I had so many videos filmed of Charles Band and Full Moon and Empire stuff that I decided to combine everything into a movie and just shoot around what I already had. And I did talk to the guy that Daniel Griffith that did the Celluloid Wizards in the Video Wasteland movie that hasn't come out yet. And my partners and I were interested in buying it. And he was listening to us, and he told us he had a deal on the table. And I mean, we couldn't match the money that he wanted or they were offering. So we just told him good luck and put it out. And, hopefully this will be a companion piece for people that like both. It's just like the Canon when they had the two Canon movies in one year, the Go Go Boys, and then they had Electric Boogaloo, where one, beat on the Canon guys, and the other one was a celebration of their life done by them. But this isn't a hit piece either because I mostly like Charles Band's stuff, and like I said, I've met him before and I've talked to him, and he was always receptive to when I was talking to him. So he's a good listener. Would I have done things differently? Yes. I wouldn't have brought up in his book, he talks about he had an affair with Demi Moore. I wouldn't have brought that up. Um, I wouldn't have talked about the bribe that he says that he had to give to Franz Hoffman to get a bank loan for the credit Lyonnaise. That should have been enough there to tell you something was going on when you got to deal with guys like that. I'm sure that the time has passed where plus Franz Hoffman passed away. So you don't have to deal with any kind of repercussions from that, but his family's going to listen to that stuff. And then I wouldn't want to be talking to anybody about doing a bribe to somebody. So, I mean, those are the two like negatives that I wouldn't have done in his book. And the other thing I would have did is when Credit Lyonnais was forcing him out of Empire Pictures, I would have looked to have either filed bankruptcy or done some kind of thing where he could have paid off that debt. I mean, if he could have dumped that studio, that would have paid off most of his stuff. So I think that was that's a major issue that I would have addressed at some point. I would have, but he says he talked to lawyers. I don't know what they told him. If he was so far in debt, they're just like, get rid of this. But I would have definitely, I wouldn't have gave up that company. Anything I start giving it up or selling it off, I'm not into that. I'd keep it going until I go. I wouldn't want somebody else to tarnish it or kill it off. So that's one thing I wouldn't have done. I would have kept going or try to find some alternate financing or something. I mean, well, who else did it? But everybody that was associated with that bank got burned at some point. So that's just my opinion of it. And, his movies aren't what they used to be. He had real budgets back in the 80s, and now it's mostly almost video fare. And now his movies are like kind of split in 2 and 3 parts. They're almost like TV shows. So yeah, the quality has gone down. He still licenses a ton of stuff. And he was the first guy to see, besides Andre Blay, he saw value in the video market, the videotapes, beta. And he's also the first independent to basically have his own streaming thing. Because after the Blockbuster in Hollywood dried up, he started that up with, he was partners with that. It's basically Vimeo runs it now. Jason Kilar, the guy that ran Warner Brothers into the ground with his streaming deal, he was the founder of it. I forgot the name of that company. But you could still see it on the software still on his website where they host. So the streaming site, Full Moon Features, is still run by Vimeo. They're the partners in that. But I guess he's doing enough to keep going and making movies. And now he's working with he's still got Ted Nicolau making movies with him, and he's also working with Jim Wynorski, who was a Corman veteran for years. And since Corman's winding down, he's over there now working for them. So everybody needs a job. But yeah, my thoughts are that yeah, he is the second most successful indie filmmaker there is. And like I said, very little assets and everything. He had to raise money himself. So I mean, that's part of the problem with everybody. Everybody can make a movie. Is how do you release it? And where do you get the money for it? You got to get it booked in theaters or videos and TV. So that's hard enough there. But hats off to him. He's lasted since the early 70s and he's still going. So good for him. And I hope everything works out. And I hope everybody enjoys the movie. The different videos on here, check them out. I did the best I could with what I had to work with. So I wish that, yeah, sometimes I wish that this documentary would have been more pro. But like I said, I'm not swimming in money. I'm trying to get the equipment to make better stuff because I want to do other topics. Maybe I may finish this down the road with a documentary on full moon. Everybody have a good day.